I've always said that one of the keys to being a successful gambler, let alone a handicapper, is you've got to have a little short-term memory deficit disorder. And it doesn't matter whether you win or lose the prior day, which is why I also say I don't celebrate the wins, nor do I lament the losses. Listen, I think a lot of guys in this business, a lot of gamblers out there, based on what happened with the Navy game on Friday night, whether it was a push or whether it was a loss, would get hung up going into the Saturday card. You saw it. Didn't bother me. I came out with another top-rated 15-dime best bet and cashed in again yesterday with a number 8 in a row as Auburn got the job done in revenge against Mississippi. And if you got my play yesterday, you saw in the opening paragraph, I told you I decided a week ago yesterday, the previous Saturday, when I used LSU at home against Mississippi, that I was going to go against Mississippi the following week, yesterday, when they were hosting Auburn, because the analytics told me that Mississippi couldn't stop the run. If you couldn't stop Leonard Fournette, who ran for 188 yards in Baton Rouge 2 Saturday nights ago, you weren't going to stop an Auburn team that was averaging 303 yards a game on the ground. And they ran for like 307 in last night's game. They scored 13 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to come up with the 4-point road cover. They were laying 4. They actually won more comfortably than that. And more importantly, as I said, top-rated 15-dime best bet winner number 8 in a row and winning day number 8 out of 9. And I've got a top-rated 15-dime best bet winner number 9 in a row going on today's card. Also, props going out to, quickly, Bob Valentino rejoined the site here a couple of weeks ago. And yesterday had his first ever 150-dime college football play. Hell, he had his first 150-dime play ever yesterday. And what a ballsy call. Because of all the games on the board and of all the plays that you could possibly have yesterday, I didn't know what the play was until about 3 o'clock this morning when I was going through all the handicapper sites. Notre Dame on the money line outright over Miami of Florida. So today, as his first ever NFL 150-dime play, and it's on New England and Buffalo. That's one of the featured discounted plays today as he goes for winning day number 18 out of 28 overall. And over the past 27 days, he's made $10 bettors a little over $6,000. And as I said, that's one of your discounted plays today. You can get it for over half price off. Also, another red hot guy here to be aware of, Brad Wilton going for 150-dime, raise the bar winner number 26 out of 35. But 6 out of 7 in the NFL this season. It's your Sunday night game. Cowboys and the Eagles. His biggest NFL play of the season. Just hit one with the Titans on Thursday night. Just hit one with the Broncos on Monday night. You got them for both over half price off. Same thing goes tonight, and that coupon code is Sunday night. You can get all the other discounts and coupon codes over on the homepage. Let's get to your complimentary plays. I have 3 of them, and they all go at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So let's start with the New England-Buffalo game, which is a game I really, really like today because, as I said in this week's Countdown to Kickoff show, Patriots have had this game circled since they lost October 2nd at home, 16-0 to the Bills. The only loss they suffered when Tom Brady was sunning himself with his supermodel wife Giselle, when the Patriots were forced to go with their third stringer, Jacoby Brissett, at quarterback, and then were forced to endure Rex Ryan's bluster at the post-game press conference. You don't think they want revenge today? Well, I think you are right. And listen, I think that, the Bills without LaShawn McCoy really don't have much of a chance in this game. Now, it should tell you something that I absolutely love the Patriots today, but that's not my best bet on the board. But that would probably be my second favorite play on the board right there, New England. And it really surprises me that this line is only 6 points. Could it be a trap? I don't think so, especially with the way Buffalo's defense totally collapsed with Ryan's brother, Rob, solely responsible for that pathetic performance last week at Miami when the Bills had a 17-6 lead and they managed to lose that game 28-25 because Jay Ajayi, I think he just picked up another 5 yards on his latest carry against the Bills from last Sunday. 214 yards on the ground. Dolphins 454 total yards against Buffalo in that game. They had the ball 37 minutes in that contest. So I think you can expect Brady, who has only gone 76 for 101 for 1,004 yards and 8 touchdowns, leading the Patriots to 68 points in his first 3 games back. And again, I will say this about any NFL quarterback. If you have a supermodel wife, you should take the first 4 games off too. and vacation and get a good suntan if you can come back and play like Tom Brady. And LeGarrette Blount, who had 127 yards for the Patriots last week at Pittsburgh, a game that I had the Patriots, of course, last Sunday as my 15-dime best bet. I think that he can have a big game. Listen, the other thing that I pointed out in the Countdown to Kickoff show, I am very grateful that I won with that 15-dime best bet with the Patriots last week because they did not play well at Pittsburgh, especially their defense. A defense that has been so consistent all season long. They did not get any pressure on Landry Jones, who was starting for the Steelers in place of the injured Ben Roethlisberger. In fact, no sacks of Jones, only 3 hits of Jones in that game. They've got to do a better job stopping the run, which they should, especially if McCoy is not going to be playing today. And they've got to do a better job containing Tyrod Taylor in this game as well. But again, I do like Patriots in this contest. Next game, I'm going to go with New Orleans, +2 at home against Seattle. You know, this game was 3 earlier in the week. Then it moved to 2.5 when the news came out that Russell Wilson is now battling a pec injury as well as still overcoming the knee and the ankle injuries. And as I said, you know, in the Countdown to Kickoff show again, if you looked at Russell Wilson in that Cure for Insomnia game on Sunday night, the 6-6 tie with Arizona, that is not the Russell Wilson we have seen the past couple of years. His inability to scramble has really severely hampered this Seattle attack, which already is playing at a disadvantage because when Marshawn Lynch retired and Thomas Rawls got hurt, they got no ground game. So you continually see opportunities where in the past, Russell Wilson would have stepped up into the pocket to avoid the rush. He would have stepped up and taken off to extend plays or pick up valuable yards. He would have squirted around the corner to pick up yardage or get a first down. He has no mobility. And now he's dealing with a pec injury as well, but he's going to play through that as well. I mean, listen, his performance is admirable. His courage is admirable. His ability to withstand pain is admirable. But he is not the Russell Wilson that the Seahawks need in order to have a top-notch offense when they don't have a ground game. The other thing with Seattle is this has got to be a tired team. I mean, this is a team that was on the field for 46 minutes, their defense, last Sunday night. And now you're flying across the country, right? And you're playing the early game, so it's 10 o'clock in the morning for them, Seattle time, when they're playing at the Superdome today. And you're also going to be without one of your top defensive players, as actually 2 of your top defensive players. Strong safety Cam Chancellor is going to miss his 3rd straight game. And Michael Bennett, who just was seemingly in Carson Palmer's face and all, disrupting the Arizona pocket all last Sunday night, he is going to miss today's game with a knee problem. So you got 2 top defensive players out. You got a tired team that was on the field for 75 plays in 46 minutes, and you got a quarterback who's hampered. Now, New Orleans stinks defensively. We know that, but I'm going to go with the Saints here. And plus, listen, Saints are just a tremendous play. You know, even last week at Kansas City, they managed to sneak in there for that cover, 6.5 dog, losing in a 6-point game. They're 11-3 against the spread, their last 14 as a pup, and I'm going to go with the Saints in this game. And finally, I'm going to take another team that has excelled in an underdog role, and that's the Indianapolis Colts, who have covered what? Oh, gosh, I'm trying to remember what the streak is. 8 straight. 8 straight as a home dog. 8 straight covers as a home dog. Now, they don't play defenses all either, as we know. They're 25th against the pass. They're 24th against the run. Hell, they've allowed at least 124 yards in 3 straight games on the ground to opponents. But Andrew Luck is quietly having perhaps his best season through the first half of this season. And his protection, still not too good. You know, I mean, the Colts have allowed over 20 sacks so far. No, 25 sacks, which leads the NFL. But Luck has been playing well, and it's really something when you consider that his number 2 and number 3 receivers have missed most of the season. Now, he's going to get one of them back today, Dante Moncrief, who hasn't played since the 2nd game of the year. Now, Kansas City, the one thing that they do well is they don't give up a lot of points. The one thing that they do not do well is that they are unable to generate any type of pass rush. I believe they only have 8 or 9 sacks on the season. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I just like the Colts in this one. So even though Kansas City has won 14 of its last 16 regular season games, I'd go back to that game last week against Drew Brees. You know, Drew Brees threw 48 passes against Kansas City. He completed 37 of them through 367 yards and 3 touchdowns. Chiefs only got 1 sack of him. Now they're on the road, and Luck is younger, has an even better release, and I think that he is just going to rip them apart. You know, against Tennessee's defense last week on the road, and Tennessee has a better defense in Kansas City, and it has a better pass rush. You know, he was 27 for 39, 353 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the Colts managed to win that game, even though they were only 4 for 10 on third downs, and they had 12 penalties in that game for 131 yards. So I'm going to go with Indianapolis to pull off the upset there. I like New Orleans as the home dog, and I like the Patriots in revenge. Those are your 3 plays for today. I wish you well, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.